In this session, we'll discuss how to draw the Bode plot and how to calculate gain crossover frequency and phase crossover frequency. Here, g of s is given. G of s in the sense open loop transfer function. As we are dealing with frequency response analysis, you need to replace s with j omega. Okay, I'll substitute s with j omega. So I'll get my transfer function as g of j omega is equals to 10 divided by j omega into 1 plus 0.4 j omega into 1 plus 0.1 j omega. Okay, this is how we get. See, we want to get the Bode plot. This Bode plot is combination of magnitude plot and phase plot, right? Magnitude plot and phase plot. First we'll discuss about magnitude plot. In the magnitude plot, first step is finding out corner frequencies. In order to find out the corner frequency, consider the individual terms. 10 divided by j omega won't have the corner frequency, and 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega and 1 divided by 1 plus 0.1 j omega will have corner frequencies. Okay, first I'll write g of j omega as individual terms. 10 divided by j omega into 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega into 1 divided by 1 plus 0.1 j omega. Now we'll find out corner frequency. There won't be any corner frequency for this because you already discussed this thing in basics. Okay, and you'll be having corner frequency for 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega and 1 divided by 1 plus 0.1 j omega. First we'll find out, I'll consider the corner frequencies as omega c1 and omega c2. We'll find out these two things. In order to find out omega c1, equate this 0.4 omega to 1. Okay, and in order to find out this omega c2, equate 0.1 omega to 1. Okay, then we get omega c1 is equals to 1 divided by 0.4 and omega c2 is equals to 1 divided by 0.1. So omega c1 is equals to 2.5 radians per second and omega c2 is equals to 10 radians per second. This is the first step. Okay, in the next step you need to form one table. And in this table the first column is terms and the second column is corner frequencies, and these are measured in radians per second, and the third column is slope and it is measured in dB, and the fourth column is change in slope and it is measured in dB per decade. If you observe this, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3 terms. I'll write all those terms in the increasing order of corner frequency. If you observe this, corner frequency of this term is 0 and the corner frequency of this term is 2.5 and the corner frequency of this term is 10 radians per second. Now I'll write the terms in the increasing order of corner frequencies. I'll write first 10 divided by j omega because its corner frequency is 0, it won't have any corner frequency. After that I'll write 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega. It is having the corner frequency omega c1 is equals to 2.5 radians per second, and the third term is 1 divided by 1 plus 0.1 j omega and its corner frequency omega c2 is 10 radians per second. Okay, and now you need to find out the slope and change in slope. See, in the basics, while dealing with basic factors, the slope of the curve or the slope of the plot of 10k divided by s will be minus 20 dB. Okay, you just refer the basics. you'll get it as minus 20 dB, and the slope of 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega is also minus 20 dB. As it is minus 20 dB, here also you are going to get minus 20 dB, because these two are in same format, right? If you want clarity, then refer basics. Okay, refer basics of or basic factors of Bode plot, then you will find all these slopes. Now we need to find the change in slope. Here there won't be any change in slope. Here, in order to know the change in slope from 10 divided by j omega to 1 divided by 1 plus 0.4 j omega, you need to add these two slopes. Okay, you need to add these two slopes and you need to write it here. Okay, minus 20 dB plus minus 20 dB is minus 40 dB per decade is the change in slope. Okay, next here this minus 40 dB is added with this minus 20 dB. Okay, this 40 dB minus 40 dB is added with minus 20 dB to get the change in slope. So here you will get minus 60 dB per decade as the change in slope. Okay, next step is we need to find out we need to choose one low corner frequency and one high corner frequency, and at that points you need to calculate magnitude. Okay, first in this step what you need to do is choose low corner frequency and high corner frequency such that omega L is my frequency, and this omega L must be less than omega C1, and omega H, this is my high corner frequency, and it must be greater than omega C2. Okay, this is how we need, this is like this. You need to choose two corner frequencies, one is low corner frequency and the other is high corner frequency. At these corner frequencies you need to find out your magnitude. Okay, I am considering omega L as 0.5 radians per second. Okay, and I am considering my high corner frequency omega H as 30 radians per second. Okay, I'll consider my omega L as 0.5 radians per second and omega H as 30 radians per second. Now we'll calculate the magnitudes. Next step here is we completed step number 3. We'll need to go through the step number 4. In the step number 4, what we need to do? Calculation magnitudes. Okay, see, first here is we need to calculate magnitude at omega is equals to omega L is equals to 0.5 radians per second. We'll calculate the magnitude at this point. See, while calculating magnitude at different points, you need to consider only the constant term or integral term. Okay, not the first order, second order terms. Okay, so I want to calculate the magnitude at low corner frequency. Omega L is equals to 0.5 radians per second, and magnitude, the formula for magnitude M is equals to 20 log 10 divided by j omega. This is your integral factor, right? You need to consider that thing only, because the magnitude is offered by the integral term or constant term only. The remaining terms won't provide you the magnitude. Okay, because of that only I am considering only the integral part. So 20 log 10 divided by j omega, and this will be in modulus. Okay, this will be in modulus. So if I expand this, I am going to get 20 log 10 divided by omega. I am just removing this modulus. How? In the sense 10 divided by square root of here the value of A is 0. 0 plus value as B is omega square. So 10 divided by omega. I am writing 10 divided by omega here. And what is the value of omega L? Omega L is 0.5 radians per second. You just substitute this 0.5 here. Okay. So you get your magnitude M is equals to 20 log 10 divided by 0.5. By using scientific calculator you can get this value, and after doing that I got this value as 26 dB. Okay, I got this value as 26 dB in the second. Now we'll calculate magnitude at omega is equals to omega C1. What is the value of omega C1? 2.5 radians per second is your omega C1. See, in order to calculate magnitude at omega C1, same formula is used. M is equals to 20 log 10 divided by omega will give you 20 log 10 divided by 2.5. If I use scientific calculator, I'll get this value as 12 dB. Next thing is magnitude at omega is equals to omega C2 is equals to 10 radians per second. Okay, now I want to calculate omega is equals to omega C2 is equals to 10 radians per second. Here at this point, in order to calculate magnitude at omega C2, will be having one formula, A or M. M is equals to change in slope from omega C1 to omega C2 into log of omega C2 divided by